Hello fam, how you all doing? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Today, we'll be talking about single mother by choice.
That single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise.
Naomi Campbell is in this boat today, and she's been heavily roasted by men online because of the recent interview she granted. During the course of the interview, she had revealed that she made a decision to be a single mother by choice.
Supermodel Naomi Campbell got the internet in an uproar when she announced that she's had 2 children via surrogate. She basically said that she has chosen to be a single mother because her mother was a single mother who did not have anything and still made it work. And she does not feel like her children are lacking for anything with her being a single mother.
She also revealed that the 2 children she has, she got them through surrogacy. The problem here is not the surrogacy, but the fact that she said she decided to be a single mother by choice.
And of course, people are debating and saying, some people are saying that this was a very selfish decision, and other people are saying, go girl, you don't need a man. What do y'all think? Personally, I understand that if she was aging and, never experienced being a mother and she realized I don't want to leave this earth without having a child, she had the finances to do it. She had her child. I also understand that, you can't just disregard and think that having a father in a child's life is insignificant, because it absolutely is not. Many of the issues that me as a fatherless daughter, I probably would not have encountered if I had a father in my life. So, even though as women, we may not think that we need a man, it does not mean that those babies don't think when they grow up that they need a father. Oftentimes they do wish that they had a father. So you can't always be out here choosing for these babies. But if you do make that choice, I just hope that you have positive male role models around them, and, just still try to get them some of that type of masculine energy, masculine, guidance and love to help them through this life, because I think both sides are very important in order to raise a healthy child. Have an awesome day.
Let's have a quick read through about her decision to be a single mother by choice. This is a post made on that. Neighbors, what do you all think about this? Naomi Campbell is opening up about motherhood after she recently welcomed a second child via surrogate last year. Naomi, now a mother of 2, says her children have given her a new purpose in life, and she honestly doesn't need a father to help raise them. I hope for a better world for my children, Naomi said to The Times. They are 110% my priority. I have to be there for them on their first day at school. She then added that she was happy being a single mother from a single mom, and that my babies are everything to me. It's made me fear for the future. Naomi also decided to give the younger women some advice regarding motherhood. Though she understands a lot of women decide against having children due to the economic strain it causes, she tells them that women have to birth the next generation of future leaders. I understand economically it is tough, but my mom had nothing and she made it work. It's worth it. It is so amazing. We have to depend on our younger generation to change this world. I trust my children more than us to do the right thing. So that was the part of the interview that got a lot of men online triggered. They called her selfish. They said she had a bad character. That was why she couldn't find a man. She couldn't keep a man. Naomi Campbell is currently 54 years old. Based on the research I did, they said a whole lot of things about her. So I'll go ahead and read a few comments and then we'll talk about it. This is so sad. To be a single mother by choice, it seems selfish to me. It is sickening to see hyenas use their children as emotional crutch because they can't act right. Your bank account is not going to stop the kids from asking where their daddy is. Shaking my head. It's crazy. Even if the guys avoid these women to not make them single mothers, they find a way to be single mothers anyway. A lot of people on this earth act like demigods. They act like they know it all. They act like they are the creator. They act like they know what's happening after life. They want to control their life and control the lives of other people out there, both those ones around them and those people on social media. Someone has decided to be single by choice. How is that a problem? Someone has decided to be a single mother by choice. How is that a problem? God that created us gave room for that. Have you ever asked yourself why God creates kids and send them to different families? Some kids are so lucky that they get into homes that their parents are very wealthy. They were born with silver spoon. While some kids get into homes where their parents are very poor and they get to suffer, they have diseases and ailments that they didn't plan for. Have you also asked yourself questions why some kids are being given birth to and their mom dies immediately? They grow up without mom. And some kids grow up without fathers. Their fathers die, or their fathers abandon them, or their mom abandoned them. Those are scenarios that happen on earth, and God allowed it to happen. So why are you trying to act like God? Why are you trying to play God? If she has decided to go that route, let it be. Nobody knows tomorrow. No one has a perfect life. So stop acting like God.
Do you mean to tell me that a healthy, happy woman will willingly choose to spend the rest of her life by herself? Like, is that what we're saying?
That is precisely what we are saying. Why is it so hard to believe that a woman who is healthy and happy cannot be healthy and happy by herself? Just because you might not want to stay by yourself, that's perfectly okay. But some women are fine with being alone. Maybe if we drop in some statistics, you will be able to visualize why. Married men saw the biggest drop in mortality rates, with research pointing out that men who are tied down are less likely to take risks and get into accident or consume alcohol and drugs. Bad news for women, though, as the deep dive into the data revealed, their mortality benefited less if they were married. Women are dying younger married to a man versus if they stayed single and child-free. Let me reiterate, single and child-free, because I know you're going to come back with the argument that somehow we're encouraging single motherhood, and that's never the case. Single, child-free women are happier and tend to live longer lives, because in this economy, as much as women like to talk about having a provider and stuff like that, most women will not be kept women. That's simply the facts. Based on the economics and how much men make a year and what is required to sustain a family, most men cannot sustain a household by their own. So most women work. And even with most women working, most women also still do a majority of the housework. Even if you have a spouse or a husband who is willing to do the work or willing to do some house labor, women tend to take on way more, especially when it comes to child rearing. So why is it so hard to fathom that with everything that comes with a marriage, that women would be happier just being by themselves? Some people don't want a man just for the sake of saying, I got a man. Some women only want to have a man just to be able to say they have a man like it's a trophy. I'm sorry that you don't like you enough to be by yourself. And just because someone isn't in a relationship doesn't mean they're lonely. Time and time again, women have stated we have other relationships outside of a husband. Women have very strong friendships aside from men, versus men that get old and alone and don't have friends. Women tend to still have friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't understand why you can't believe that.
Let's talk about the Naomi Campbell situation. What do I think? Every adult has the right to make whatever decision they want to make, if the decision is not about them taking someone else's life and all that. In this case, we have 2 children involved, and that's why a lot of people are concerned. Naomi Campbell is 54 years old currently, based on the research I carried out on her. This lady said that she grew up in a single mother home and she's happy with it, and that's something she wants also in her life. With that, she also wants to have kids. She figured out a way to make that happen for her, but the men online don't want her to drink water and drop the cup, don't want her to have peace of mind because of the decision she made. No child should be deprived of a 2-parent home, father and mother household. I mean, black moms been doing this for the last 40 years. This is nothing new. A black nuclear family is rare and should be celebrated. We really need to break those generational curses because single motherhood is held as a badge of honor in the black community. People have given their reasons, and listening to them, they all make sense. But it's Naomi Campbell's decision to make, and she has made a decision. We have to respect it. We have to respect it. Naomi doesn't recognize her own brokenness. There was another interview where she said that she made some kind of promise to her mother to never speak to her father. Naomi cut off her father because of her mother. Those shows me that her mother is toxic, and Naomi adopted that attitude. That's why she can easily dismiss the importance of fathers. She's assuming that her children will think the same way she thought growing up. What will these women say when they start asking about their fathers? I grew up with my father, but my parents divorced. I recognize how not having him in the home stunted my development, and now as an adult I'm still trying to make up for the void. They will regret it. One thing I've noticed is that people that are not happy in their relationship are always the first to castigate other people when it has something to do with relationship and parenthood. They've raised the point of she being selfish. Why would she decide to bring kids into this world without them having fathers? That those kids are going to question her in the future about their fathers. I know that's a strong point, but we have a lot of kids on this earth that have no fathers. We have a lot of kids on this earth that their fathers are still alive, but their fathers decided not to have anything to do with them. What would you say about men going around impregnating women and making those women baby mama? What would you say about situation where the father impregnated the mother and the father died and the baby grew up not having a father? What would you say about people that die in accidents and their children become fatherless? What would you say about the gay community? Gay couples that decide to have kids without having mothers, or the lesbians that decide to have kids without having fathers. We have so many situations where children grew up not having fathers. This is not me saying her decision is the best. I'm just telling you that in as much as this is something she decided upon those kids, it's her life, it's her decision. We should respect her. Don't let people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do in life. This life is one. We are all here on a journey. We all came individually. Even those people that were given birth to as twins still came out individually. They might have few seconds apart, they still came out individually. So if you have your dreams and aspirations, do not let people hinder you from achieving that because of your opinions. On social media these days, people are so quick to heap and impose their opinions on people. Like I said earlier on, I've noticed that people that are not happy in their marriages and relationships and in their parenthood are always the first to castigate others. If we decide to flash more light on relationships and marriages, it's not as sweet or as palatable as a lot of people think. We've discussed a lot of relationship issues on this channel. We've seen 101 reasons why women have decided to stay by themselves, to be single. Some women have moved extra mile by deciding to be single and child-free because they don't want stress, they don't want drama that comes with it. So whatever that makes you happy, as long as it's not affecting your neighbor, go ahead and do it. In this life, people will always have opinion. Whether you decide to take action or you don't take action, people will criticize you. That's how life is. So don't stop yourself from doing what you want to do. Don't stop yourself from being you because you fear what people would say. Go ahead and do it. When they talk, they will keep quiet at some point because we all have our problem. If your wish is to be a single mother by choice, go ahead and do it. As long as you have the finance to fund those kids, go ahead and do it. I understand that it's important to have a father figure in the lives of your children, but if you cannot make that happen, don't let that stop you from making you have your own children if that's what you wish to do. I remember when IVF came out initially, they criticized it heavily. It was heavily criticized. Even with surrogacy, they criticized it as well. People are looking for alternative ways to live quality life, to live life without relationship dramas and still have kids, but people don't want them to do that in peace. Just know this life is a journey. Do what makes you happy. Carve your own kingdom. Create your own path. Create your own life. Make your own decision. Do not be influenced by what people are saying on social media. Do not be influenced by what people are doing on social media. It is your life. It is your decision. It is your happiness. Those kids will be fine.